we're being honest here, the world as we know it right now is unexpected. I mean, think about it. You try and plan out your days and even your hours when you can so you can keep a schedule, keep things moving, not get sidetracked, and so on and so forth. But then, more times than not, the unexpected happens. And when it happens, it absolutely goes and throws off our days and sometimes weeks and sometimes months because of how it goes down. So allow us to show you the 4 times the unexpected happened. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 4, the global pandemic. How can we not start off with an event that absolutely went and ruined the lives of countless millions all over the world? In January 2020, the world couldn't have possibly been made to believe that all was going to happen in the next 11 months. Now, we are happy to say that we have a new year to live in, but as of late February and early March rolled in, things started to change, and not necessarily for the better. The world fell into a crisis of fears. COVID-19 drove countries to isolate, to block trade and travel to other places because it was hard to tell who was and wasn't infected. What made matters worse was that massive shutdowns included businesses, which made many people lose their jobs, their money, their livelihoods, and more. And as if that wasn't enough, the governments of the world didn't always do the right things to try and ensure the spread of the virus didn't happen faster. And thus, over a year later, we are still fighting this pandemic. This kind of unexpected event is one people warned the world about, but no one believes because it couldn't possibly happen on this scale. But it did. It happened. And because it was unexpected, no one was ready for how much devastation it was going to bring. Number 3, natural disasters. Our next 2 topics are all about the weather and the scale that they can take. Over the course of the last decade alone, we've had many kinds of natural disasters go and ravage the world, some of which people are still recovering from in various ways. For example, in 2020, we had the wildfires in the Australian outback that devastated the area and put many animal species at risk. Rewind a few years, and events like Hurricane Harvey went and devastated the Houston area and caused untold damage to people's home and property. Or how about in 2021, when a massive blizzard unexpectedly hit Texas and caused the whole state to freeze and lose power for days? All of these were unexpected in their own way, and it made people question just how well we can predict the weather. And speaking of which, number 2, weird weather. Now let's go to a much smaller scale of weather, our daily weather. Many times the most unexpected thing in our day is when the weather decides not to cooperate. As a result of that, we get caught in the crossfire. For example, in the Midwest of the United States, winter has become a far less predictable season. In 2020, it snowed heavily well into May. And in 2021, it was sunny for many days in April, and then in Illinois on 4/20, it snowed. Needless to say, that was very unexpected. Number 1, random people being kind. So let's end this on a much more positive note, shall we? Because when it comes to the people of our world, they aren't always the kindest of the bunch. Recent events all over the world have proven that. And as such, sometimes the greatest kind of unexpected is when a random person goes and does something nice for you that you didn't expect or didn't even ask for. It can be returning something valuable to you that you didn't know you lost, or seeing that you need aid and giving it to you without asking for anything in return, or a friend going and giving you something you need even though you didn't ask them for any help. In truth, we need more of this kind of unexpected in our world, because there are still lots of dark things in our world that try and infect others, and these acts of kindness are lights that can diffuse that darkness. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the times when the unexpected happened and the worlds of many changed as a result? Do you think that these events are truly how our world works, even if we don't want to admit it? How many of these major events have you personally been a part of? Do you hope that many more unexpected events don't happen? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you next time on the channel.